If someone has captured your thoughts recently and left you wondering about the feelings they hold for you, your guardian angels have a tender message to share about this person's heart. They want to know what you really think, as they know in their heart that you see a version of them that no one else has ever noticed. The angels say, "There's a quiet beauty in being truly seen, isn't there? To know that someone has looked beyond the surface, past the layers of who you think you need to be, and discovered the essence of who you are. For this person, that's what your presence has done. It's not just that you notice them, it's how you notice them. You see the nuances in their smile, the slight hesitation in their voice, the unspoken stories in their eyes. These small yet profound observations make them feel alive in a way they never thought possible. Every time they find themselves in your presence, this person feels a sense of being truly seen, and that's something they've never experienced before. You recognize the parts of them they've tried to hide from the world, not as flaws, but as pieces of a story that make them who they are. They've carried these hidden parts for so long, wounds, fears, dreams they thought were too fragile to share, and yet in your presence, these pieces don't feel like burdens anymore. Instead, they feel like puzzle pieces waiting to be understood, as if your gaze has the power to bring clarity to the chaos within them. It's not just what you see, it's how you respond, with compassion, with interest, with an unspoken promise that their imperfections don't make them unworthy, but instead make them real. And perhaps that's what draws them to you most of all, the way you see the wholeness of who they are. You don't shy away from the cracks in their armor or the doubts they carry. Instead, you make them feel like those cracks are where their light shines through. They wonder if you even realize the profound impact you've had on their sense of self, how your quiet acceptance has given them the courage to face their own vulnerabilities with less fear and more grace. The way you treat them, it's as if you perceive more than just the polished surface they present to others. You see them as the sum of their strengths, vulnerabilities, and dreams, and that realization both excites and terrifies them. Every interaction with you feels like a moment suspended in time, where their usual defenses fall away. They don't have to pretend or prove anything. Your presence creates a space where authenticity feels natural. Do you know how rare that is? How extraordinary it is to give someone the gift of simply being themselves. But with that freedom comes a quiet fear they can't quite shake. They wonder if they're enough for you, if the version of themselves they're starting to embrace is one you'll continue to value. The thought of being fully open with you both excites and unsettles them, because they've never felt this much at stake. And yet, they can't help but hope that you see them for who they truly are, and that what you see is worth loving. I repeat, they want to know what you really think, as they know in their heart that you see a version of them that no one else has ever noticed. This person has spent time reflecting on the connection they share with you. They see your kindness, your ability to understand them without words, and your quiet strength, and they wonder if your perception of them is just as awestruck. Your quiet strength inspires them in ways they struggle to articulate. It's not just in what you say, but in how you carry yourself, and how you make others feel seen and valued. They've noticed this about you, that your kindness isn't performative or fleeting. It's steady, like a warm light they're drawn to even on their darkest days. This, more than anything, makes them believe that the connection they feel with you might be something extraordinary. They've held on to this hope, even in moments of self-doubt, that the way you look at them means something deeper, something real. Hope is a delicate thing, isn't it? For them, it's both a comfort and a weight. It keeps them dreaming of what could be, but it also reminds them of how much they have to lose. Every time they see you, their hope grows just a little stronger, but so does the fear. They wonder if they're imagining the connection, if they're reading too much into the way you smile at them, or how your voice seems to soften when you speak their name. The uncertainty is almost unbearable, but they hold on to it because the possibility of something real with you feels worth the risk. They find themselves questioning everything, your gestures, your words, even the silences between you. Do you pause before speaking because you're as careful with your emotions as they are? Or are they simply seeing what they want to see? These moments of doubt don't diminish their feelings. They only make them more determined to find clarity. Your guardian angels want you to understand that this isn't just a passing infatuation for them. It's a deep, heartfelt longing to build something authentic and meaningful with you. And now, they find themselves on the edge of vulnerability, questioning whether they're ready to open their heart entirely. It's not easy for them to stand on this edge, where every step forward feels like it could lead to either elation or heartbreak. Vulnerability is a delicate dance, and they're not sure if they have the courage to take the first step. Perhaps they've been dropping subtle hints, a lingering glance, the way their voice softens when they speak to you, or the nervous energy in their gestures when you're around. These small actions betray the depth of their feelings, even as they try to hold back. They want to be brave, but the fear of misunderstanding or rejection keeps them in limbo, hesitating to share what's truly in their heart. As they prepare to speak their truth, your guardian angels want you to consider what you feel in your own heart. This person deeply values the connection they have with you. They've never felt this kind of openness with anyone before, and that's why they long to know where you stand. Do you see them the way they see you? Could you ever feel the same way? These questions echo in their mind, not as doubts about their worth, but as cautious hopes they hold close. Sometimes the connections that change one's life begin with a moment of courage on their part, and perhaps on yours too. Keep these words engraved in your memory as you move forward. This concludes the message from your guardian angels. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, grant them the wisdom to discern the perfect moment to share the truth that weighs so heavily on their heart. Fill them with patience and courage, allowing their love and care to shine through in their every action. May they find peace in knowing that their tenderness and respect for timing honors the beauty of this connection. Bless them with the assurance that love expressed in its own time is a love that endures. Amen. And remember, love, in its truest form, asks for honesty, even when it feels risky. It invites both people to stand in the light of each other's truths and simply be. Type 143 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now. It might be someone you know or someone that you haven't met. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?